Hi guys, and welcome to our next video where I'm going to talk about how you can edit files, save files and create new files. So now this is a huge topic because when we actually access and gain a remote access to a machine's shell, we need to actually be able to modify files, we need to be able to compile files, and we need to be able to actually use that files and save that files. And this is really important because, as you can see, we do not have graphical user interface, we have only one huge black screen. So now we have to actually start working with tools like Nano and Vim, and therefore we're gonna see how you can actually use that tools, how to actually save files. In other words, we can actually use tools, for example, like Echo to create files again. So as I said, this is really useful. We're gonna really need that in future, and you're gonna really need how to edit files using those text editors. Now you're asking why do I need to learn terminal-based text editors when I have graphical ones? Well, because as I said, somehow you need to access servers, somehow you need to access machines who are firstly accessed only by a terminal. And for example, when I type the graphical user interface editor, is going to be popped up on the window. So the users and the owners of the server would know that something strange happened. For example, if I type gedit here, gedit is just a program for graphical text editing. If I type gedit, you see it's popped up. So this is the exact same thing that is going to happen if you run gedit on the remote target machine, and you're going to see that in action. And from here you can even not type to gedit, you cannot do nothing. If you type something here, that then it's going to be saved. So this is useless point to do, it's not the point. So with Control-C you can actually close that and terminate that process and actually close the current file. So I need to explain one more thing here is about process. So when I click gedit and actually type gedit, what is going to happen is that I say the terminal to actually run that program, and running that program means creating a process for it. So I click gedit, enter, and now the operational system created a process with PID, which means the process ID for that gedit. And now if I go to Control-C again and actually type gedit again and put that symbol, Shift and 7, now it's going to run that in background mode, and it's going to say the process name of that machine, of that program. So click enter, and now we have the PID with 5707, and now I still can use my terminal. As you can see, it's not closed, but the gedit is running, so we're gonna need that again. And now we're gonna queue if is that the okay. So now we lost it. Now it's time to actually see the process ID, so we go for top. I'll just close that, go for PSA. Okay, so with PSAS we get the programs running right now, and now we have gedit here. So if we go for Q5707, this is going to terminate that process, is going to send the Q signal by the operation system. The operation system itself is going to send the Q signal, is going to terminate that process. So now we specify two commands with who you can actually see the process inside your operational system, and one of them is top, as you can see, and top is just a real time, but it shows everything, really everything, and the search here is kind of complex, so that's why I used for gedit, for a PS, So now we can see with the top the actual task, the actual sleeping, the actual zombie process if there are any. We can go for like the CPU usage and the memory usage, including the swipe one. So as you can see, the top can give us a pretty good information about what's the system state right now, and we can see that it's pretty stable right now. And we can close that again with Control-C, sure. And now with the PS it's the same thing, but it's giving us just a bunch of a screenshot of what actually happened. So PS array, and we have that not in high priority process running right now. So we have actually to clear that. This is how you actually see process, to see if there's any zombie process. For example, with top you see here 0 zombie. Zombie process means that the process is not functioning but was not killed, so it's just draining resources, but it's not working and it's not effective anymore. This is why I call it a zombie process. So on, let's close that again. This is how you can see your process, to see your state of CPU, memory and swap with an easy way, and how you can actually kill a process if needed. So for example, do get it again with the ampersand, and now we can go for Q5728. And the interesting point here is that it's not going to ask to save the file, it's just going to kill it, because the operation system is sending the Q signal right there, and it's strictly defined to kill immediately the target. So Q, and you see no save prompt. Okay, now let's get to the point where we need to edit actually the text files using text editors. And there are points where the machine is not supporting the graphical one, so it's always the better to use the text editors. And now the first text editor we're gonna see is actually Nano. So Nano, and we can see new Nano, new buffer, welcome to Nano. For basic help, press Ctrl G, we can do that. And now we have a lot of options here, a lot of specified options. It's explaining how it works, how we can search, replace, and do many more stuff here. As you can see, there are a lot of options. And here we have a brief menu about the basic functionalities. So we can go for like Shift X, and we go to the main menu. Now we go for like Shift X again, Control X again, and save modified buffer. No. So I want to actually do a few quick notes here, take a few quick notes here. So let's clear that and actually cd our root directory. So in our case, because we are root, it's the same point of typing cd or typing cd root. If we have user know, if we type cd, it's going to be the same as typing cd/home/user1. If we have user1, it's going to be the same thing as typing cd as typing cd/home/user1 if we have that specific user. So cd, change your directory to your home one. So now let's change directory to desktop, and now we have the same icons here. So now clear that, and I want to show you a few things about creating the files. So the first thing is actually create the file by just typing nano, and here type some random stuff. Now click Ctrl X for exit, and now it's gonna prompt us with a save message. So now click yes, or save modified buffer, yes. And now we have to actually write the file name. So now file name is like test. Without extension, it's okay. So now the test appeared here. And if we cut that test, we get the exact same thing. Extensions are not that much strict in Linux as they are in Windows. And here we can type any extensions we want. For example, we can type it like nano test.mp3, and here we say something else like bb, and here save again. And now we're gonna cut that file. And we're gonna see the exact same thing. So we can store everything in every extensions. As we said before, everything is just a file. So we can remove the files with the command rm. So test and then test.mp3. Now you can create nano by specifying directly the name of the file and the directory and the name of the file. So for example, nano test. Okay, so click yes, Control X, yes, and the test is going to specify. And if you go, for example, nano/root/test, and then type some other things, save that file again, cd, and we have test here again. If we cut that test, we get the exact same result. So we can remove file with RAM. So test cd desktop. You can use tab all the time, it's your best friend. So remove that file again. So test. Now this is how you can actually use nano and create files, and actually therefore save files. You can actually, there are many options to search and replace things. and the search, for example, is like with the control and W. So for example, nano test again, we go for hello world Kali Linux, and now we go for control W and type like Kali, and here is going to point where is the Kali. So this is why nano is used. So how to edit text, how to save text, how to actually edit that text file, and so on and so on. This is just a basic text editor I want to mention. Okay guys, I hope you understand that things, and the most important ones was how to edit text, how to actually save text files. You can save into different directories, you can save into current working directory, you can save it everywhere, if you have the permission, of course. I really like to make the point about the processes and the top commands because they are really important. The top MPS can give you quite a lot of information, and if something is not right with your system, for example, you see high CPU usage, high RAM usage, with the top you can see from where that usage is coming. So this is a really important thing to know, really important stuff to know all the processes, where they go, how they go, once they pit, and that pit is showing us like how the process can be killed with that process ID. This identifies the process. So so about the process I'm gonna talk about in the future. So for now we have just on creating files. After we take to the Vim, then we go to actually speak about process and permissions, and therefore after we learn the Linux basics, we're gonna see Windows and Metasploit, and we're gonna start hacking. But keep in mind that the processes are one of the most important stuff to know and to actually understand. So you need to actually know that things in order to understand the operational system. And guys, in the next video I'm gonna explain how actually the Vim is working. And it's like the nano, but it's kind of more like complex, and personally I like it more, I like it better, and I think it's just better from nano. But it's a good practice to have knowledge in both of them, because in some machine there's a little bit of a chance to not having a Vim but having nano, but there is just a chance. So all the programs are actually installed and can be uninstalled, they are not immortal. So by running apt-get remove nano I can reinstall nano, and by getting by running apt-get remove Vim I can reinstall Vim. So yeah, you just need to have knowledge in both of them, but I personally like Vim and I pay more attention to that editor. So thank you for watching. In the next video I'm going to show you how to actually use Vim, and therefore we can actually start talking about permissions. So thank you guys for watching and stay tuned.